Alrighty, gang. We're back again. Another marketing meeting. This time, typical place, Monday at 11. Thank you all joining us here on the arena. We're very excited to be streaming once again. We've had a lot of great guests in this most recently. I was looking through our content file and well, actually, before I get into guests, for those who need to know who we are, Eshmita, Mari, Zaheen, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Benny, and we are part of the Fundraising team. And if you're wondering what Fundraising does, who we are, what we're trying to accomplish, Zaheen, take it away.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So, who are we? We are Fundraising. We empower artists, individuals, and communities to connect together to impact the world. Fundraising enables artists and sponsors to join forces, gather supporters, and transfer energy in the form of money to a beneficiary. Together, they create a campaign website, and then anyone can give their support by buying limited edition digital art. For any reason, fundraising.
Fundraising. Uh,
Yeah.
Zaheen, I think you should be a selection of a voice in like Chat GPT.
Yeah, I would love doing that. That's so much fun.
You would just create like the first part would have to be just creating a catalog of you saying pretty much every word. They have to create and I'm not sure how it is, but in any case, speaking of ways that you can put yourself into your work, we've been speaking to a lot of artists recently, and that has been so exciting. We've had special guests, George Howard, a couple, and he's been helping us out with marketing tactics and engagement. We had Paula show us her phenomenal artwork, and it's just really inspiring to get to hear like what what goes into someone's art and like where they came from with it and what is driving people like outside of work to do art, but then also ways to create revenue off your art, just like uh Color Maniac and her beautiful store, and being able to hear from her how she just started on mobile, like just editing in mobile. Um, it made me realize two things. One, there's a lot more that I want to know from artists, and two, Ashmita, there's so much of these questions that I don't know, like really know about you, and uh, you're our in-house artist. You're the one working out all this cool stuff for us. So I'm excited to pick your brain a little bit more. Um, and that's what I'm hoping to accomplish today. Is I would love y'all's input on helping me uh, think of ways that we can really tap into and take advantage of this FaceTime with artists. Um, and so the ones I just mentioned were like origin. Is that the first one I said? Like, how'd you get started? Origin story. Yeah, when do you well, like that's a good question. Like Ashmita, when did you first realize that you were an artist?
Um, I I didn't I don't remember exactly when I realized it, but I think I just always had this uh inclination about art and sketching and things like that. So since my childhood, so I think with that interest and inclination, and I got more and more involved. Sometimes I was off that, like because of other things like studies, etc. But then I kept coming back. I think that way slowly when you and then when I had to do my my college, like graduation, and at that time I was wondering like what to do after school, right? High school. So and that time when I was exploring options, I think I really realized I could give it a shot, like a fair shot, and see what's going on. So yeah,
So
that's
when you say studies, what what were other things that were like what were other interests or other things that you may have been directed into that were competing with art? Like you said that you had like this inclination, you were sketching
yeah.
since like in were you sketching in like your other notebooks, like you should have been doing math but you were doodling instead, or like
No, I was not. So I never sketched on other notebooks. Like I was pretty much good with studies. I was like I was doing my studies. Like I never studied a lot, but I was okay with the grades and all. So but I did always try to sketch out like otherwise. Like when I'm not studying those things. Like so I for example in my I had physics, chemistry, maths, and bio. So I had to study all of them together. I think Zahi knows that too, but we had to study everything together. Like
Yeah.
it's I
And
don't
we
know
have to
why, but
study a lot. A
so,
lot.
like physics, chemistry, maths, and biology, I think they're so different, but we had to do it together. So and with that, I don't think we have time to sketch things. And right after that, you can actually go for something in the like something which is more towards that area, but then I opted to go somewhere different, which was quite unconventional given people expected, like people in my surroundings expected me to go to the science sort of
Hmm.
background things, but I took up something completely different, which was like sort of surprising. Not in my family because my parents were really they're the one who's like, hey, go for it, and but then other people around they're like you're not gonna go for something related to the science background, are you sure? Because that was the convention. I'm like, I'm not gonna go there because I'm not an engineer, I don't want to be an engineer. And they're like, but that can be a backup and all of that. I'm like, I don't need a backup. So that's what I said, and I think that's bad because I knew I would never be an engineer, like because I never had the interest to do that. Just because I had science doesn't mean I have to do that. And since Zain also belongs to the same system, I think she would relate a lot because it's a very it's a very common thing for you to uh people to think or tell you like go for engineering.
What
Yeah.
age do they start to make you have those like hard delineations? Like if you're going to pursue art
Mhm.
or pursue that, is it like
I
I think when we are 15, 6, 15.
oh wow.
I think it is
Interesting.
start that the subtle thing starts pretty much younger than that.
Yeah.
Like you get to like I think when you're
Like
10 or
maybe
even
when you
before
are
you
in,
understand,
yeah,
yeah.
grade 8 or so, like the pressure comes from the
Even before
society.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, like don't do
Yeah.
yeah something. Even
But
you don't even understand at that time what
yeah.
they're talking about, but you would
10 years
hear
old,
those
you got to
things.
figure out what to do with your life.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was such a weird thing to say.
That's brutal.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
yeah, and interesting enough, I don't know what happens there, but we do, like, at least when we were younger, we used to have a class called drawing class where they used to teach us, like, yeah,
yeah. Art class. Okay,
art
yeah,
class. Yeah.
yeah.
That was really fun.
We had that in the
It's like the
as well.
extracurricular activities. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. It's everywhere. Yes, it is good.
That's
That was
interesting.
that's my one of my favorite classes.
Did you
Other than
have that, Mari, in your during your schooling as well?
Um,
that.
I don't know. I mean, I tell you, I'm coming from from my family, such as my mom and my aunts, uncles. They were poor when they were born. My grandma didn't study at all. She doesn't know how to read or well, she knows how to write. some words and all her child's names for sure.
Mhm.
But she didn't go at school. So all my family are professional, and most of them are engineer because there is this say that you're engineer, you're getting good money, you're having good life, but
Mhm.
politics are ruining everything as usual. Anyways, so and in my family, there is this thing of you have to study, you have to go college, and you have to graduate. But they were flexible about what you wanted to study. On my case, I wanted to study music, and it was in the capital. I was living in a small city, and my mom said, "No, no, you're gonna study something here, whatever you want, but here." And then I didn't like engineering even though I had scholarship for it in the best universities. I was like system engineering. I remember clearly. I got selected to that. Now I'm working with that. I was just like, you know, and I decided to study architecture because I was drawing when I was a child. I like drawing buildings. When I was 8, I draw the inside of my house without knowing what is a plan, and it was interesting. But yeah, then I felt frustrated because I didn't had my dream of being a musician, professional, whatever. That's what I wanted to do. But my mom just supported me for studying in my city. So my cousins are pretty the same, but they just chose what they wanted. And most of them studied in their own city. I mean, their parents didn't want them to go other cities, or unless you have family in that city and you can stay with family. Nowadays things are changing. I mean, students can go to other cities study without their parents or families. But I think it's a Venezuelan culture of if there is no family or a person that I know that can take care of you, you will not be in that place. So forget about your dream of studying, I don't know, medicine or whatever you want. Um, so yeah, well, it's interesting. I
Yeah.
didn't have that pressure of kid for what you want to study, but I had an uncle that is a doctor and also was saying like, "This is my favorite kid.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a doctor, such as I am. You're gonna be successful." And I was like, "Hey,
So
I don't
that's the
know."
way they pressurize you. That's what I was talking about. These are the things, they will sneak into some simple conversations like, hey, like maybe you're talking about something totally different, and then somehow they will bring up somebody is a doctor, and you would just think, okay, maybe they're just sharing their story, but there is a secret agenda or hidden agenda. Like they're just trying to push, like you tell you or force you subtly, like day by day, to for you to be a doctor, or just like that's their
Yeah.
agenda. So that's also when it comes to a lot of people, when they want, it's about some people when they want to push, like they want to delay their wedding. A lot of time this this thing comes up, like this person is married and how things are going well, and then you might be wondering that they're talking about them, but then you realize in some time that they're actually trying to push something to you. So that's funny. You would understand if you say that in the cultures for some time, you would understand the hints after some time. Sometimes you would miss, but mostly you would understand in some time where the conversation is going and why it's happening in the first place.
Yeah. What
So
about
yeah,
you, Penny? How was your experience?
Um,
where did you study the thing you wanted?
it was I I the concept of studying never really I didn't really enjoy. I'm not a great book learner. I did really well with like hands-on stuff, and I am not a phenomenal artist, like in terms like I can't really draw. I'm not a very good painter. It's not something that I spent and because I didn't get that right away, My favorite things were the things that I, can pick right up and that I'm good at. And in elementary school, that's easy because it's just like simple human stuff. I'm also really good at memorization. But a lot of the time, memorization, especially in like public standardized school, whatever, they don't care if you understand the answer. They just want to know if you can repeat the answer. And so a lot of the information that I got was not super well retained. It was like, okay, I'm going to learn this fact and know that, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. But after that, I'm probably going to forget all the context of everything. And so my grades were pretty good. But by the end of it, I'm like, wow, nothing really gripped me enough to be absorbed into it, except for I loved English class and hated it at the same time because I love books. I hate reading. Like the act of reading is really difficult for me because I have like attention deficits. But I don't know. I love books. Just thin sliced wood with ink on it. It's awesome. Um, I would say I get to study the things I want to study constantly. I just haven't applied them directly to work. Like if you're going to be a doctor, you have to do a lot of studying to be a doctor. If you want to be an architect or there's specialties, there's specializations that require a lot of studying. I don't think I don't know if it was lack of patience or just my music career that kind of deviated me from that. The band met in college and we started playing then. And so I knew before I graduated that I was like, I'm going to try to be a rock star. Like, because at least I can try. It was a lot of fun. I'm still making music. So I think
That's cool.
Mari, I think we're onto something. I just need to do more talk shows. Need to do more interviews. I also need to sneeze. So
Oh, yeah, sure.
came out of nowhere. Bless me. In terms of art, though, in my school system, there was that yearly art class. You either took it for like half a year or whatever, and it included a little bit of art history, a little bit of technique. When you're younger, they're just kind of introducing you to the mediums, like, hey, this is clay. Hey, this is what watercolor is. Like paint, like here's charcoal, that type of thing. But as you get to grade 6 through 8, that's when they're delving in more into like brushstroke techniques and perspective and there was I think I brought it up last time. I forget her name. I need to go back in my yearbook and remember her name. But there's my art teacher in year 6 who made me realize something. It's like your art is yours. Like if someone comes up to this painting right here, which is a beautiful painting of it's like a detailed alleyway, like very picturesque looking down a street. Someone comes up and says, I want to buy that for like $7,000. And you say, okay, great. Just one sec. It's not done. You can take a red brush and draw a big red line through it. And to the person who like saw it seconds before, to them, like they might think it's ruined. But to you, the artist, you're like, no, that's how it is. That's what I wanted. Now it's done. Within your art, you have so much autonomy. It's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. And I think providing that freedom is what I like. What kind of brought me into music. That and I had been singing and doing like theater and things like that since I was a child. So like I already had a musical background. It was an easy transition into that. Zaheen, what kind of artwork did you like doing as a youngster? What was your favorite in art?
I mean, interestingly enough, I had like an art teacher. And we used to have this art exams, like these like we used to have, like, you pass this grade, you get a certificate, so you have different grades of it. And like like in like where we grow up, Ashmita knows that we all are pushed into some co-curricular activities. Some will go for dancing, some will go for singing. So I
For
chose,
everything.
yeah. And like we had different exams for that as well. You
Yeah.
get a grade based certificate for crossing each level. So I chose art. I knew singing and dancing is not for me, it's for fun. I cannot probably do that for like giving exams as well. Already there are enough subjects to cover. So art was interesting, fun. I know watercolor, and like much late, like I doodle a lot, so you can tell that as my form of expression. Like I do have a notebook where I keep doodling stuff. Whatever I read, I doodle something related to that. So yeah.
I would love to see some of your doodles. Gotta,
Yeah, I will show.
please. Do you have them right
Yeah.
there? I don't know.
I
You gotta like scan them in or take some pictures or something.
Yeah, I don't have it
Yes.
right here.
I didn't know you.
Send some pictures when you have it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
will. I will send.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we had a lot of exams, even for the most like these, even for art and everything. We had exams. So you don't get to chill. Like you are always having some exam and a lot of reading and I don't know, writing. Yeah, I remember I took clay modeling.
Clay modeling. That was fun.
Yeah,
My
at one point.
my favorite part of the clay portion of the clay unit of learning was when the teacher was dispensing the clay, because it would come out in this like
Oh,
brick, and then she has the wire
yeah,
for the two wooden handles, and she would like she was slicing the clay, you know what I mean?
yeah. It looks so easy, but when you do it, it's yeah. I mean, I really liked it, but initially it was a mess.
Yeah. uh Got to be prepared for that in art, though. Sometimes you got to get your
Yeah, but it was fun. I really liked it. I would like to do it again. I was thinking to go for you know, pottery classes, but then there was no time.
Hmm.
I mean, I thought many times, like but yeah, I did not after that. Maybe I will. Let's see.
I was thinking of taking a class this winter, or either like a really could be anything, just something to get me out of the house on a more regular weekly basis, other than just like exercise and I
You can go for
practice.
testing if you want to.
But
It's very different.
it snowed
Yes.
for the first time today, and so I know it's like it's
Yeah, I
coming.
know.
I'm about to get buried, and so I want to maybe
Where are you right now? It's not for the like
I'm in upstate New York, central New York.
okay, that's why. Because it's not for the first time in Toronto as well
Mhm.
today. Last
We're
day,
on
last
just
night,
opposite
yesterday.
sides of Lake Ontario there, so we're probably gonna
Yes,
be the same.
and it's not everywhere. Yes, but I'm not there, so I did not catch the snow. But it did snow, and everything is filled up right now with white.
Man,
So
I am.
I didn't see it though. I am in a very tropical area at this point. So,
Oh, okay. I was
so I far from snow.
okay. So I am. That's what I wanted to talk about, Mari. You're still doing
Yeah.
music. Bless.
I'm
Bless.
still doing what?
Still doing music.
um,
Zaheen's doodling.
sort of.
And Mari's making raps about, not raps, but writing songs about Ashmita.
We can
You
remaster the
have some
fundraising
down as
one.
well. Do you knit scarves or something, and you're just not telling us?
No, I don't.
I think it's well, Ashmita, yeah, I think it's really cool how you've been able to, this is something that you've been studying then for a long time in terms of like specialty. And so you've gone from like just sketching when you were younger and you've had the inclination, and especially when the moment came, you were like, yes, I know that I want to do art and I'm going to find a way to do it every day.
Yeah. I actually did like textile design.
Ooh.
So that's my bachelor. I have my bachelor's in textile design.
Oh, I
So
bet you
yeah.
have some awesome school projects that are literally just there as like, you know what, like some of my best writing and things like that were just for like school papers, you know, and they're never published, and really the only people who read them are like the professor, and they put a grade on it, and then that's the end. So I bet you have all these amazing like art projects in like textiles and stuff just saved somewhere that haven't seen the light of day because no one thought to. I want show and tell. I want show and tell next time. Mari's gonna play her song. Zaheen's gonna show her doodles, and Ashmita's gonna show her textile designs.
Where would I get that? I don't have to
I don't reach
swatch
out to
things
some
with me.
professors. You
Oh
give
my
me
god.
their names,
Okay.
and I will reach out to them.
Wow. Okay.
For your university. And like, hey, I know you have a cloud of this somewhere, an archive.
Oh yeah, they do. Yes, they should, because they're very renowned. They're actually. Thankfully, I could study in the. Wow, who's this? Is Maris?
This is my.
I love it.
I love it too.
Cool. What size is it?
Oh, this is Zaheen's.
By 11?
Yes.
I did this. It's one of, yeah,
I
on
saw
a drawing.
Mari's presenting, so I thought it's Mari.
It was done actually long time back, like really long time back.
I love the
Wow.
Dobby. Your Dobby is
Yeah.
Yeah, I also saw Dobby. It's first.
yeah, I definitely got to see more then. Wow. I really like, wow, the Hogwarts silhouette is really cool. See, Zaheen, you got to talk to
It's very nice.
Gotta talk to Color
Yeah.
Maniac. You could turn these into stickers. Just start your own,
I mean, you never
Yeah.
own shop.
shared this before.
Yeah.
So, and when she was there, you could have shared in front of her, or even before that. And yeah,
Or they're best friends. They're gonna meet up later. Probably she'll just give them to her.
did you meet her yet? You went to
No,
her?
no, no, no. I
Not
didn't
yet?
meet her. She is
Oh.
now staying in Bangalore itself. So yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
okay.
Zaheen, incredible.
Also same series. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mari, why
Same.
do you have this backstock of Zaheen?
Yeah, I sent it in the group because you asked. I was just
Yeah.
going
I
through
was
my
wondering.
phone. Yeah, I was just going through my phone and I just found it. Yeah.
Dope.
I see. I was thinking it's Mari's. That's when what's happening.
Well, I'm glad I got a little bit of insight into all your origins and how they link to art. And I think it still very much plays into, I mean, it definitely plays into what we're doing now, even more so directly with Ashmita, in that she's our resident artist. But I think I don't know, talents tie in kind of and overlap into all sorts of life, like how I'm a bit more comfortable public speaking, or that's come from, I have to imagine, years of being on stage and speaking in front of people. Zaheen, your incredible diction and your pronunciation, your great voice is from teaching English. Like that makes sense.
Yeah. Actually, when I was in school, I used to like anchor a lot of programs, like mostly all the school programs. So
Oh, that's the archive I want. That's the it's just like
Wow.
12-year-old Zaheen just reading the news.
Yeah, for the longest time in my life, I wanted to be a newsreader.
Hey, you still can.
Yeah, you still can. Just try out. You might get you know.
I really wanted to read news. Like I
You
will
have
come
the
on
voice.
television.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can. You can go ahead. Yeah, why not?
Man,
You have the voice for it, right? So yeah, just I think you will be nice. You would do good, really good.
I think you do. Well, um, thank you all so much for joining us. We're just about time here. And I really want to, man, I want to thank you guys so much for delving into yourselves a little bit more. We're going to be hitting up some more artists as special guests, getting into their origins as well as influences, what they're working on, and more updates from the fundraising team as we head into the end of the year. If you guys out in the audience need anything from us, you know where to get a hold of us at pretty much any social media here on the Arena X, Instagram. You can check out the rest of our YouTube channel or just reach out to us at fundraising.app. There's contact pages there. So if you're an artist looking to spread your art, or you want to funnel some energy into a project or cause or impact that you care about, please let us know because we want to know what you care about. For any reason, fun.
Fundraising.
Fundraising.